Earlier today, Bloxburg updated with the camping update, and I mean, what else am I meant to build than a campsite? So let's just get straight into it, no dilly-dallying around. The camping update, whatever. I love this update. This update is so fun. I think the last few Bloxburg updates may have been a bit of a dud, some of them a bit questionable. But this update, absolutely not. I love this update. I think this update and the last update, like the other summer one, probably could have been one update. Because I think the last one wasn't like enough and this one was like enough. So I feel like if they were together, it would be like, oh, the big summer update. This is a great update, if you know what I mean. I also don't quite get why they got rid of the summer festival already. Because like, is it not still summer? I'm not ready for Halloween. I'm not ready for, well, I guess it's October, fall, autumn, whatever. I'm not ready for that yet. I'm still in my summer era. It's still warm to me, even if it's not that warm in England. But for me, it's still summer. So I'm not buying all this like end of summer nonsense. I'm not having it. But anyway, I love this camping update. Specifically, I love the revamp that they've done to the campsite. In fact, originally this build was going to be before the update, and obviously the teasers, the spoilers and all that sort of stuff made it kind of obvious that it was going to be a camping update. And with that, I was like, oh, I hope we get a revamp to the campsite, which obviously we did. However, before we knew it was going to be a revamp, I wanted to do a video being like, here's how I would revamp the campsite. So the clips you're watching now was actually before the update. However, because I'm building a whole campsite, I started this like 2 days before the update. I was never going to finish it. So I held off until after the update so that I could like finish it with the new items. But so obviously now that the campsite is revamped, I don't need to do a revamp. So this is just my own campsite. This is separate. This is how I would do a campsite. So right now I'm actually building some cabins, and I know in the actual revamp we didn't get any cabins, which I think is kind of weird. Not weird, like I feel like I would love to see some like cabins, just more things to roleplay, because obviously like all you can really do is sleep in a tent, which makes sense for a campsite, but I feel like some sort of motorhomes or like mobile homes or anything like that would have been a cool addition too. But like, I'm not going to complain. I really am happy with how the revamp is anyway. But the other day before the update, I was talking to Road Builds. Obviously you guys know Road Builds. And we were just discussing like what the revamp could be. And I was talking about how I really think like some sort of lake would really work up there. Mainly because like obviously the town revamp and everything's getting revamped individually, whatever. But I think having some sort of water up there would really work, especially with a campsite. I mean, people go camping around a lake by the beach because there's water there. But anyway, my idea was to move the fishing job up to the campsite, maybe do like a fishing revamp or something like that, because I feel like the campsite, the only reason you go there is to roleplay, whereas I think if there was a job up there or something else, it would also give that a purpose. And as the fishing is at the beach at the moment, I feel like the beach doesn't need like the beach already has the ice cream parlor job, as well as has the Ferris wheel. It has stuff to do there, as well as like having, that's where you can get the seashell trophy, and it's near the observatory, and it's like right in town as well. Whereas I feel like to make the Bloxburg map more like useful or even just more interactive, I think having stuff further away, giving you a reason to go around the map, would make more sense. As obviously like where the campsite is, the only reason you go up there is to go to the campsite. Like there's literally no reason to go up there unless you were role playing. And I feel like that whole highway around the Bloxburg map is just pretty pointless. Up there's like that petrol station, they have in winter they have the like log cabin sledding thing, and then they have the campsite. Like there's not much to do up there. So even though I feel like the fishing job is one of the worst jobs, I feel like it would work really well up by the campsite, especially if they revamp the fishing system as a whole anyway. And also I feel like a lot of people have been talking about how like this update with the bug catching stuff is very Animal Crossing vibe. Recently I've gotten really back into Animal Crossing. I used to play it ages ago, and then I broke my Switch, and I recently just bought a new Switch, and so I've started Animal Crossing again. So this update is like low-key just real perfect for me at the moment. But with the bug catching and the fishing, I feel like it would work really well all just at the campsite area. But anyway, speaking of the bug catching, I love that feature. I think that's probably my favorite. I was gonna say the best. I feel like that's probably my favorite feature that Bloxburg have added, definitely this year and maybe of all time. Obviously it came out today, so I have recency bias, but having like an interactive thing you can do and you earn the items and stuff like that, and how there's like common, uncommon, rare, epic, and all the legendary and stuff like that. I feel like it's such a cool system, and it also just adds like almost a mini game within a game, which I feel like gives you a reason to play the game. Like I may log on to Bloxburg not to play or build or roleplay or work, but I can log on to go catch bugs and continue my collection and stuff like that. I feel like that's just such a cool system. So you guys best believe I will get every single bug, every single butterfly and dragonfly. I literally don't care. Currently I have like 10, and I have so many repeats. My only issue with the system is I kind of wish you could sell them. Even like if it wasn't for a lot of money, I wouldn't care. My main issue is like in my inventory right now I have like 4 of the same dragonfly. Realistically, why would I need 4 of them? You know what I mean? And especially when you're catching them, you don't have the like chance really, because it's so quick and they're so small. You don't have the chance to be like, oh, I don't want that one. You know what I mean? I also don't know for sure because I don't have every bug, but like maybe some sort of trophy at the end to be like, oh my god, congratulations, you got every single bug or something like that. Kind of in Animal Crossing, they had like the Critterpedia, which tells you what you've collected, what you haven't. I feel like it's just like a little board that tells you what you have and what you don't have would be cool. And also, I was watching Ashley's stream about the update when it came out, and someone commented being like, oh my god, they updated the observatory, and obviously they were joking and whatever, it was like funny, but I was thinking like, adding a room for like the bugs and stuff like that into the observatory would have been so good. Even in like, because in the observatory they have like the library room and then the other room with like the cinema-y kind of vibe. Adding just some of the like bug things there I think would have been cool. Because the observatory is kind of like the Bloxburg museum in a way. I hope one day we get a museum separate, but for now especially I feel like that would have worked just really well. Like I think that would work. I need to stop saying that would work well, but I think that would flow really well with the vibe that the museum already gives off anyway. But anyway, let me shut up and talk about the build for 2 seconds. Right now I'm building the lakes around the campsite. I do still find it weird that there weren't any lakes in the actual campsite revamp, but whatever. My main aim was like, because like I feel like you'd want to go swimming while you're camping, or even just like fishing, or literally anything. I feel like just having that water around would make sense, but whatever. And I don't know if this is a reach, but for some reason I have this like fantasy of, imagine there's like a lake by the campsite and then that goes into the river in town. Maybe it goes from like down a waterfall, down like the big cliff in the town, and then it follows over into the sea. Like, would that make sense? I feel like if everything's linked, and like even if we like, I mean I wish, but imagine we got boats or something like that. Like, I mean I'm really like fantasizing here, but imagine like that would be so cool. So you may be wondering why there's a huge jump cut to a basically finished build. Basically my recording stopped working. I recently filmed a 100 days in Bloxburg video, which will be coming out soon. I haven't even started editing it yet. I have like 4 hours of footage, and that's after I've cut it down. Like I don't want to even think about that right now. But this footage is actually from today, where I put like the new items into this build. For some reason, my computer just decided I had too much stuff sitting there and it did not want to hold it, which, you know what, fair enough. She's holding already 4 hours of footage from me literally doing nothing in Bloxburg. But anyway, talking of the 100 days, hopefully I will get it out soon, because I don't want to like wait too long and then it'll be outdated. Like I don't want to post it in Halloween and then it's like I'm playing the summer update and stuff and it's like, low-key, this don't make sense. But that video alone is like definitely one of the things I'm most proud of. I think it's like structured really well, and I think it will hopefully come out really well. But 100 days in Bloxburg is so long, and like it made me realize like how little there is to do in Bloxburg, especially like I don't want to role play with people or do anything like that, so realistically all there is to do is work and build. But anyway, you will see that video when it comes out. Could be in a week, could be in 2 weeks, could be in a month. I'm not promising a time because I don't even know. But anyway, enough rambling. This has been like, I literally don't even know where the 8 minutes have gone, but here is the final campsite. And honestly, I love this build. The main things I added that aren't really in the campsite now, I added the cabins. I also added like a canteen area to get food. And then I also added like more of a designated bathroom area with the showers and the toilets that they added. I also had like a variety of tents, different sections for like kids camping, for adult camping and stuff like that. However, I think this campsite really thrives at night. I think the lights in the river as well as the fireflies just look really magical and really cute. I mean, look at this shot, like, come on. And that is all. Thank you for watching. Like, subscribe if you want to see more of this. I don't know why you'd want to, but if you want to, feel free.